Hello again, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Game Pass Grab Bag, your weekly podcast reviewing games in the Game Pass collection, bringing you 3 new perspectives of varying skill range. We are the Avengers you have at home. I am Commander American. With us, the incredulous Sulk, Keith.
Hello.
And with us, our ironing ma'am, Liz.
Hey guys. I've never ironed in my life.
This week we had a listener pick. Actually, a couple listener pick. Thank you, Javier from Nerd Talk Plus. Recommend we play Avengers. But not only that, Keith, your stepson also really wanted us to play Marvel's Avengers.
He does. He's a huge Marvel fan. And so he's probably put, 30 some odd hours into this game if I were to guess.
I think 42 is your current playtime.
42? Okay. So then probably about 40 hours then, I would say.
We did Marvel's Avengers by Crystal Dynamics. Marvel's Avengers is a third-person action looter shooter. Well, it's mostly melee, so as I like to call them, a grabby stabby. But you are playing one of, I think there's 8 characters now, 9 if you're on PlayStation. But you pick one of your Avengers and you kind of go through these story elements, find loot, get stronger, rinse and repeat. Can you guys? Do you guys remember? We've played other Crystal Dynamic games. Can you guys remember them?
Did they make Outriders? It feels
no, that was Square Enix, and People Can Fly. Square Enix is the publisher of this game.
Okay.
But they didn't. Crystal Dynamics.
Crystal Dynamics, I would say, is like Final Fantasy, and I know that's wrong. But
no.
And we haven't
Liz,
played
it was
that
one
either.
of your favorite games back in the day. They did Tomb Raider.
Oh, wow.
But let's go around now. Liz, was this a game or pass for you?
Oh, I wasn't expecting me to go first. Okay.
Well, first off, too, you're not much of a Marvel fan, right?
No, I'm kind of choosy with watching superhero stuff. I actually watch like a weird variety, but I don't watch a lot. Like I haven't seen any of the Thor movies or the I don't even know if there's Black Widow movies.
There's one.
An Iron Man or two. I don't know if I saw one
Iron
or two.
The Iron Man trilogy.
Yeah, because I mentioned before, like I like superhero wise, like I really like the Punisher and
You like the heroes that kill.
yeah. So for me, like
You laughed.
I'm just like I'm kind of choosy. I'm not really into the whole superhero stuff. I don't go to the movie theater every time. For me, I actually really liked the story. I thought it was really I'm trying to think of the right word, but when I was playing it, I thought it was like heartwarming. Kamala. I always say her name wrong. Kamala.
Yep.
I just thought it was really sweet at the beginning where she was just like meeting these people that she looked up to, and then she is kind of like picking up the pieces, and so that's actually what got me at first, which is weird. So for me, I did like the game. It kind of felt like it was repeating itself too much, and it's weird because it's a short game and I was enjoying all the elements, but it just felt like I was just doing too much of the same thing. I don't know. So for me, it's a game, but I'm glad I stopped where I did.
So I told Andrew this before we recorded. I personally didn't actually probably play many hours of this game, to be completely honest. I've watched many hours. As we mentioned, my stepson, he loves this game. He has played the heck out of it. I've watched it, and I thought I would like it because I do like Marvel. I was kind of a late bloomer to the Marvel game. I watched all the movies like 2 summers ago, caught myself up, and I'm not fully up to date. But anywho, I like the overall MCU, and I thought this would be cool. Now, I forget that this doesn't take place in the MCU. It's just Marvel, which doesn't make it bad. It's still really, I think, overall seemed to be good storytelling from everything I was seeing. But I think I was hoping for more of a video game with Marvel combined, and honestly, it just felt like it seemed like a pretty generic, like you said, grabby stabby, with some loot, but it didn't really. It upgraded things, but it didn't change the look of your characters. That was all skin based. Overall,
that was one of my biggest complaints.
Yeah, like overall, it just wasn't something that I found myself wanting to go to, obviously, and I don't think I would go back a ton to it. Like, I think I would play it because it's a fine game, and like I would play it with him, but I personally wouldn't like go out of my way to play it. So I think overall, I actually would give this a pass.
I'm like right there with you, Keith. All right, so I was debating between a pass or game. I'm like on the fence. I am just going over the line to a game because this game kind of makes me sad. There's so much about this game that is great. Like, is good. This game could have been great. Like, there's just so many design choices, which from what I've read in articles is the unfortunate part of the corporate people who help make this game. So I think it's kind of more Square Enix, the publisher, kind of decisions. Because I think the base of this game is a lot of fun. As Liz said, I think the story is really good. The gameplay is pretty fun. But the whole looting aspect is awful. I hate the multiplayer is not done well. Yeah, so like there's so many elements of this game that I think just makes me sad. But I still did have fun. But as far as Marvel games go, I'd rather play Guardians of the Galaxy. Because Guardians of the Galaxy, they just very much were like, we want to create a good game, and they did it. This one very much wanted to be a games of service.
I think that's kind of what drove me away from it. And I agree with you. Like, I wanted to like this, and I think maybe there's part of me that like kind of gives it a game, I guess. But it's just, I don't know. I like, and again, it could be that I honestly just did not give it enough of a chance, but from what I played of it, I didn't feel like anything wanted to like pull me into it. There wasn't anything that really pulled me in the way I wanted it to.
Yeah. So let's get into this. So as I said, for me, the story was definitely the best part of this game. I was surprised how much I enjoyed the story. So as Keith said too at the beginning here, this obviously does not take place in the MCU, such as, the Guardians of the Galaxy game. They're very much their own entities. So it's first very kind of jarring when you're seeing these characters and you're like, oh, that's supposed to be Chris Hemsworth. I drawn a blank at all the actors. So, Chris Hemsworth or
Crims Hemsworth?
Chris Hemsworth. Christian Hemsworth.
Okay.
Then I forget Iron Man's name. God, I forget his
Robert Downey Jr.?
Robert Downey Jr. Thank you. Robertson Jr.son. That guy. But yeah, so like these are their own characters, different voice actors. But obviously, they're still trying to convey like the characters as they are in the comics. And overall, I thought the characters were great. And yeah, I think the story is great. But the main character that's mostly focused on, as Liz said, is Kamala Harris.
Nope.
Oh my gosh, you have to keep that in because I accidentally kept saying Kamala all the time, and then he kept saying, "Liz, it's not Kamala. It's not Kamala Harris.
It's Kamala Khan or Miss. I'm just saying Miss Marvel now because Miss Marvel. It's all about her basically coming of age, becoming a superhero, and then the Avengers break up, and she's taken it upon herself to get the gang back together. So I think the story is really good, and there's actually 4 chapters. So then, like the second chapter, you're dealing with Kate Bishop, who's the current new Hawkeye. Then the third chapter, you're dealing with I forget his regular name, but the original Hawkeye, him in the future. And then the last chapter is where you're playing Black Panther in the Wakanda chapter. So each one kind of has its own separate story, but they're all slightly cohesive. I thought the story elements were fantastic in this game.
I will say one thing that I absolutely hate in TV shows and movies, and it is obviously everywhere, is where somebody is like on the run, they are blamed for something that they didn't do, or it's really somebody else's fault. Like something with like injustice in it, it drives me nuts. Even like I remember watching an episode of My Little Pony, and one of the she was trying to help a pony out, and the pony like stole her ideas, and I was just like, I can't. And then my daughter was too young and didn't care if I switched the episode. I didn't like it. I don't want it. Just, I mean, I wouldn't like walk out of a movie for it, but it's just something that really
I walked out of My Little
me.
Pony.
I skipped the rest of the episode because stuff like that grinds my gears, and there's some elements of that in here. And
injustice with the ponies.
Can I honestly say I've never rage skipped a children's episode. Well, no, I take that back, but maybe not for the same reasons. Sorry, Liz, I cut you off. No,
I just like, so there were some elements that I just like didn't really like they're all fallen from their positions of power that they had, that they're like everyone loved them and now they're all in shambles, and I hate that.
Yeah, that's one thing about the story that kind of doesn't make too much sense. So the beginning of the game, the Avengers get attacked, and like they're reactor on the ship ends up exploding and causing, kind of a catastrophe in, I think it was San Francisco, and, ends up kind of having some fallout. And instantly everyone persecutes the Avengers and get rid of them, even though, they've saved the Earth dozens of times at this point, because they talk about, their past victories and everything. There's literally one mistake where they get attacked. It's not like something they screwed up. They got attacked.
Well, didn't one of them, I don't know if it was the Hulk or somebody said that they shouldn't have this on display.
Yeah.
Because it could fall into the wrong hands, and
It was
that they
unstable,
were getting
yeah.
too cocky and too like arrogant in their own like creations, and then it ended up falling in the wrong hands, and the bad people were like, doing all this horrible stuff to people that were affected by the chemicals and had these superpowers. So,
but literally this one thing, like, oh man, like this one mistake, everyone's instantly like, get rid of the Avengers, they're done for. Then this, the bad guy group comes in, AIM, who essentially, has robots, starts enslaving people, threatening to blow up cities. Like, they actually get an arc reactor and your job is trying to stop it, but nobody's persecuting them. Like, they're purposely doing evil things, but they're running the country and nobody cares. But the Avengers screwed up once. Oh, and they're the bad guys. Everyone hates the Avengers. And it's just
all
like, what?
propaganda, though. I mean,
I
they're
know.
probably telling everybody that this is all the Avengers' fault.
It obviously would make a good game if people were like, oh yeah, they're
Yeah.
the bad guys. We're against them now.
And of course, they all go into hiding. Which, okay, by the way, so Black Widow, she kind of enlists the help of Kamala.
Yep.
And how old is she? 16? I'm assuming she didn't know her age,
I
but
thought she was 18.
she's living with her parents and she's in school, right? She went to like a camp.
At the beginning of the game, I think she was like 16 or 14 or something like that.
Yeah. So for me, it's like, why are they like? I mean, obviously she probably didn't know her age, but I mean, when they found out her age, just kind of crazy.
If she's doing a good job bleeding, she's doing a good job bleeding. I don't know.
I know, but can you imagine if like your like 16-year-old was like, I'm gonna go risk my life to pick up after these grown adults.
I mean, if she could morph her into giant hands and stomp around on people, I mean, I'd be like, hey, go have fun, I guess.
Yeah, and go take care of that. You do you, boo.
I did love her character, and her relationship with her dad was so cute.
Yeah, but there wasn't too much interaction with them. Like, there is at the beginning, and then she literally talks to him one other time before the end of the game.
He brought her to that,
Yeah.
event. I almost said Comic-Con.
Avengers Day.
Yeah, Avengers Con.
Well, it's weird because I feel like it almost follows the same path of Miss Marvel, only it came out before Miss Marvel. So did Disney Plus steal the storyline from the Avengers game? Riddle me that.
No, because on the TV show, I think they also change her powers.
That's true. She's got like mystical. She's
Yeah.
like a magic hero, but she can do the morphing though too.
I've never heard of her, but why is she called Miss Marvel? Like, there's
'Cause-
a Mrs. or
Because
Mr.
her favorite superhero is Captain Marvel.
Mhm.
And she always wanted to be like her.
Oh, okay. Did they say that in the game, or you just
Yeah.
know that? Oh, okay.
Because remember, she was at the Avengers Con, she was wearing Captain Marvel's outfit. And Thor said, oh, she's currently off planet, but she would love what you're wearing.
Oh, yeah. When they were like going around and they were like talking to her, like that's part of the reason why I fell in love with the game, because they were just so nice and they actually read all the entries.
Yeah.
That's how you know they're good superheroes. They knew the kids really put a lot of effort into their stories or comics or whatever. And
Definitely too many bad superheroes out there lying to kids about reading their letters. Dang you, super guy. Never read any of my letters when I was a kid.
Same with you, Santa. I sent you so many letters.
I also like that there were bullies at this convention, and it's like, you're the opposite of what a superhero would want to be. Why are you even there?
That is kind of
they
weird. That is
they
kind of
were
a weird point.
entering, right? But they weren't just there to like make fun of people. I think they're actually there entering. It's just like,
Yeah, they're like, we're true fans. I mean, but that's also pretty realistic. Have you met people on the internet? Everyone's very elitist.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get into the things that aren't too great about this, and that is the gameplay. So, as I said, you kind of select these chapters, and there is co-op. This is one of my first complaints, though, I want to get into, is the co-op. So, if you're playing the story of the campaign co-op, it's so incredibly inconsistent. So, me and Liz, we try to play together. Liz was hosting, so I was like, cool, I'll join your game, help you with yours. We played a mission together. Cool. Next mission, single player only. So I kicked me out. And I was like, well, okay, I guess I'll try to start doing something. So I tried playing a game of my own. Liz did her mission by herself, which they aren't short missions. That took you like 15, 20 minutes.
It's also me, but
yeah.
I mean...
So I'm waiting around to play with you. And then you finished. All right, next mission, another single player mission. And it's just like, okay, so I guess we could just do random missions. So you can select some random missions to kind of just essentially just upgrade your character. But it was just, I hated that the multiplayer was so inconsistent. And not only that, sometimes it was 4 players, sometimes it was 3 players, sometimes it's 2, and then sometimes it's a single player game. And it's just like, I did not understand that inconsistency.
See, when I first started playing, I was confused because I didn't select the campaign, and I thought I did.
Yeah, the interface is awful.
I didn't understand what was happening, and I was playing, and I was like, I mean, this is all right, but I don't really understand, like, what's going on. And then Andrew's like, well, you're doing it wrong. And so, like, but for me, it's weird. It felt like there were a lot of elements to play with, but then it felt like I kind of got, like, sick of it. So you have your attack, your big attack,
yep.
Right bumper, left bumper. And I'm using my fingers, and I did right bumper and hit my left finger. And then you have the double, the left bumper, right bumper. And so for me, and all the characters have different abilities and stuff. So I felt refreshing, like going between the different characters. But then I also felt like it still felt samey. And that's another thing. Like, one of my characters wasn't leveled up. So it was like, oh, you can't do this mission, that campaign mission.
Yeah.
And it's like, why can't I just use a different character? Like, or...
Yeah, no, you have to use Iron Man, and he's not strong enough. Level him up.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't want to do, like, a side mission. Like,
yeah.
So for me, it just, I don't know. And then when you're in the different areas, you're kind of fighting the same enemies.
Yep.
And, like, you got this, like, the turrets, and then there's, like, different guys you always recognize. And so, and there are different types of mission styles, but you're still playing them over and over again, just, like, in a different order. Like, defend the base.
Yep. Free the prisoners.
There was one that had a little bit of platforming, and I like when I was playing Miss Marvel because you're really, like, jumping and hooking and, like, flinging yourself and stuff. But then when you're just playing Iron Man, you're just, like, zooming. It kind of gets a little boring. And then I always would forget how to drop down, so I would just stay in the air.
Oh yeah, I didn't play a ton of them, but I was playing as Iron Man, and I couldn't figure out how to get down to the ground. I would just attack things.
It was a little janky, right?
I would just attack things. But I did think he was fun. I liked being able to fly around and stuff. That was kind of cool. But I think that was like what I noticed very quickly. Is I was like, I didn't actually have any of the points where like I got stuck because characters and leveled up. I didn't deal with any of the story missions really at all. But honestly, I would have skipped most of it. You know me. As much as I like Marvel, I think I would have skipped over all the story if I was allowed to, at least.
Oh, see, that was my favorite part. I actually liked it more than the gameplay, which I think is kind of sad. And I will say the first couple hours, I really loved the gameplay, but then I was just like kind of over it. It's not like last week with Disney. Like Disney, I was just so done playing it. I could still probably play an hour or two and, not hate it. But I saw Andrew finish the game, and I was close to the end.
I finished chapter 1, which is the meatiest chapter.
Yeah, so you finished it. I was close to the end, and I saw the ending, and I was just like, well, now I feel like I don't have to play it.
Well, no, because the other chapters still continue the story.
I know, but am I going to keep playing it?
See, yeah, I'm with you too, Liz. Like, I would keep playing this, because, like I said, the time I did play, which I think I'm like at 24 hours. Like, the time I played with it, I did have fun with it. To me, this game kind of reminded me a little bit of like Dynasty Warriors. It's really repetitive. You're seeing a lot of the same enemies, same corridors, stuff like that, but you're bashing people, and it's just kind of mindless fun. Each superhero I actually felt like played significantly different. But what this game first got me excited for, this game reminded me, I'm assuming you guys haven't played it, but they unfortunately don't make them anymore. There's one on the 360, but Marvel's Ultimate Alliance. Loved that game.
Game was awesome.
That was a ton of fun. It had like 100, a little less than. It was, I think, like 60 or something like that. Like different Marvel characters you can play as. It was 4-player, top-down, action, like RPG of just like you and your friends just picking whatever Marvel character you want and just bashing mindless enemies. It was a janky game, really repetitive, but it was a ton of fun to play with friends. And that's kind of what it was the feeling I was getting with this game, and I was really hoping for it. I was like, sweet, you know, everyone plays slightly different. But the great thing about Marvel Ultimate Alliance, that another thing that kind of disappointed me with Avengers, the characters don't work together at all. Like, it's not like, oh, if you play the Hulk, you know, and I'm playing Miss Marvel or something like that, the Hulk can like throw her and you can do some sort of special attack. There's no interaction with the characters. So you're just your own character doing your own thing, bashing random enemies, but you're not really working together. Every character
you can revive.
Yeah, some characters also, like, every character has like a support kind of ability, but they're not that good. Like, Black Widow can make everyone invisible for a few seconds. All right, cool. The Hulk, I think, can heal everyone. Or no, he gives everyone like increased damage for a little bit. All right. Miss Marvel can heal everyone a little bit. Like, it's just like these quick like boosts, but they're not. I don't know. To me, it didn't seem like it was fun coordinating gameplay.
Well, no, as soon as you started talking about Ultimate Alliance, that's exactly where my mind went to. Was you could have those setups where you could play as Wolverine and Rogue and Storm and Cyclops, and you'd have like this big X-Men boost, or maybe you'd get a partial boost if you only played with 2 of them. I loved that pairing of it, and because of the fact that Marvel, even without the MCU, Marvel is a huge universe, and you can mix and match it in so many fun different ways. So that's where, like, almost the opposite of what Disney Dreamlight Valley did for me. Is like I had this expectation, this hope of like, oh, this could be a fun way to play around with Marvel characters, and then it just, from everything I watched, from what I played, it's kind of a button masher. And yes, the individual characters play differently, but it just fell short of what it could have been.
Yeah, like I remember in Marvel Ultimate Alliance, like if someone plays Wolverine, if you're playing a big character like the Juggernaut or the Hulk, you could actually grab whoever's playing Wolverine and throw him like a dart. And me and my friends used to do that all the time. We had so much fun because we had one friend who would always play Wolverine. And our favorite thing to do was to grab him and throw him off a cliff and kill him. We would always constantly do that. So we'd be trying to run from whoever's big because we just grab him and throw him off the cliff. But like,
Kenny?
Yeah, no, it was Kyle.
Oh, okay. It feels like something we would have done to Kenny. Anyways,
but I just kind of missed that fun interaction that you could have had with these characters. But I at least enjoyed that every character played, you know, pretty differently. You know, some characters were more agile, some could fly, some had like a grappling hook. Like, so they traversed differently. Some would have a double jump, some would just have like a teleporter. I liked how the characters were built. But another thing that's very unfortunate about the characters is there's also Spider-Man in the game, but he's only on the PlayStation. And that's like strictly locked out in PlayStation. There's a whole story like chapter with him and everything in gameplay. You can't play him unless you own a PlayStation. So I think there's just so many things that were made with this game that are just so poorly designed. And I think it was ruined by the corporate, like, bigwig business people.
I just feel like that is so dumb. Like, is it the whole console war crap?
Yeah, Sony paid a bunch of money just so they can get Spider-Man. I mean, granted, Sony owns Spider-Man. I was
going to say, that's Sony owns Spider-Man in general, so they're just stingy about Spider-Man.
Yeah, but it's just so lame.
Yeah, I agree, but yeah.
One thing I wanted to ask is that, so some of your characters just get giant when you do like the left bumper, right bumper.
Yep.
Is that a thing in anything else other than this game? Because that just was weird to me. I understand the Hulk, obviously, but the other characters that get giant.
The only one who got giant was Miss Marvel.
No, Iron Man.
Well, his Hulkbuster,
it becomes the Hulkbuster suit.
Yeah, that's a lore suit.
It gets huge.
Yeah, because
is that in anything other than the game though? Like,
it was in the movies.
Yeah, it's an
okay.
Iron Man.
I was just curious. I haven't seen
too,
it, and I was
sure.
just like, I don't understand why some people get giant. Is that just like a game choice?
Yeah, that's Iron Man's Hulkbuster suit. It's a suit he specifically created to counter the Hulk in case the Hulk got too crazy.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Fun fact.
Yeah, know your comics, Liz. Jeez.
Yeah, the Hulk does get crazy. That girl, Miss Marvel. Yeah, that's her name. Miss Marvel. She finds the shield that Captain left, and he just starts chasing her, trying to kill her or whatever. And it's just like, dude, that's your friend's shield. You're living there. Like, you take care of it if you're so like protective of it. That was such a crazy. I understand like the Hulk, like he's irrational and angry and super crazy, but it's like that was such an extreme reaction.
But I also think it's funny. You bring up a funny point though. I like no one talks about the fact that you guys are straight up murdering people. Like, You make it seem like, oh, like there's no blood in this game or anything like that. But the game tries to make it seem like, oh, you knocked him out. And it's like, I shot an arrow into that guy's head. He's not knocked out. He's dead. But they kind of gloss over it.
So I understand with superheroes, they're always like, oh, like, let's not kill, even though, you know, this murderer is going to keep killing people and you're actually, like, not protecting people by not killing them. So for me, it's just like, in this situation, do you kill them and just let everything take over, or do you kill them? In, like, superhero mind, like, how you're not supposed to kill anybody. It doesn't make any sense to me. That's why I like the Punisher, because, like, Daredevil, I think I talked about this before, where he was talking, because he's Catholic, right?
Yeah.
He was talking about how, like, if he kills somebody and they don't, like, make peace with God, then, you know, they could go to hell. And it's like, okay, but what about all the victims that he's going to kill later on that haven't made peace with God? Like, how does that make sense?
Well, it's also about his own soul and killing people.
No, but he specifically was talking about the murderer.
Yeah.
But it's like, what about the victims that he's going to keep piling up for decades? This is what I mean with, like, superheroes that are just, like, they're pansies. Like, you're given this gift and you see somebody being murdered in an alleyway and you're like, well, I can't knock him out, so I guess you're gone.
So do you not like Batman?
What?
Do you not like Batman?
I mean, don't get me wrong. They're still doing good. I mean, do you know what? There's so many Batmans that, like, I mean,
Batmans.
I haven't seen the new ones. There's certain actors that, like, I find out that they're Batman and I'm like, no. No, thank you.
Which ones, Liz? Come on.
I am not a fan of Ben Affleck at all.
I don't like him as Batman.
I'm, you know, I'm not even going to say anything.
Thought he did a fine job.
Did you really like him, Keith?
I didn't say I liked him. I said I thought he did a fine job.
And then same with, I'm sorry, you can try to bring back Robert Pattinson. I don't want to see him as Batman.
No, he
never
was
watched
great.
that one, actually.
I love that movie.
But you know what? I think it's because I like the old school movies, and I also saw Christian Bale.
Yeah.
But, like, the Michael Keaton originals and stuff, I just don't
George
like
Clooney.
the direction that, like, the newer ones are going in. Like, Ben Affleck, I mean, I saw him in Daredevil. I understand you give people second chances, okay?
Nobody liked him in Daredevil.
No, yeah, they say give people second chances, but I'm very picky with superheroes. So why would I pick him again? You know what I mean? And, I mean, Robert Pattinson might be a good actor now. I mean, I think the last thing I saw him was Harry Potter, but, I mean, he could be a good actor now. I don't know. But, again, why would I spend that much time of my life on someone who used to not be a good actor? You know?
Well, everyone used to not be a good actor. You don't start off as a professional.
No, there are some amazing child actors, actually. And he was a teenager. That's all I'm saying is that there are amazing child actors that I would, you know, watch now. I just didn't like him back then, so it's just like, why would I pick that? And I don't really watch a lot of movies.
So you think Willem Dafoe started off as an amazing actor?
Do you know what? He must have been. 100%. He was probably acting in the womb. Like, I don't even...
He acted out of the...
do you know what, though? Maybe Rob Pattinson is a good actor now. Because, I mean, why would Willem Dafoe work with him? I didn't see that movie, but he did work with him.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I don't care what the movie is. I'll watch it if Willem Dafoe's in it.
I mean, I just think we're glossing over the fact that why is Jack Black not been Batman yet?
Oh my gosh! Right.
Well, did you see Jack Black is playing Bowser in Super Mario?
Yeah, I don't. Screw the internet. I think Chris Pratt's going to be a fine Mario.
I agree with you. So, because I saw someone else point out the fact, anytime someone does Mario, it's always, it's a me, Mario. It's super high pitched. I could not listen to that for an hour and a half to 2 hours of him having a conversation going, let's go down to the castle. I would be so out of that movie. Like at first, it would kind of make me laugh, like, it's Mario. But like, that would get on my nerves.
And I'm sure we'll get at least one bit of it at the beginning.
I think with Chris Pratt, I've always liked him in things, and I've loved him in things. Like in Parks and Rec, I thought his character, well, at the beginning he was awful, but then he was adorable. So for me, I've never been disappointed. I've never been like, oh, he sucked in that. He's always been at least good. And so that's why I would watch it.
I'm disappointed that we didn't hear Charlie Day's Luigi.
Oh, that'd be nice, yeah.
But
anyway, we're so off topic.
I was going to say, you're going to get a high-pitched Chris Pratt. It's going to be like him getting kicked in the crotch, and that's going to be how they do the high-pitched voice of him.
I bet. It's going to be something like that, like getting hit in the nuts with a ball or something like that.
Ridiculous.
See, do you know what? I feel like whenever we get people writing angry comments to us, it's always about us not liking something. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I just said I didn't like Ben Affleck and Robert Pattinson. Just like,
Listeners,
I hope I
tell
don't
Liz
give you.
why she should like Ben Affleck as Batman. He did a fine job and he tried his best.
I just don't want to be the one that gives us the mean comments this week.
We don't get that many mean comments.
We don't. We get some.
By the way, we're here talking about Marvel's Avengers.
Oh
Video
yeah,
games.
yeah. So I did like that the voice actors. I thought that they were like close enough. Like some of them were really trying to sound like the original actor. Well, no,
got
I think the guy who played Thor was trying to sound like Thor. But there was some like when you look at because I didn't know what was happening. They looked different than on TV, so I didn't know what they were going for. But I thought it was kind of a nice balance of like they're not trying to copy and paste Robert Downey Jr. kind of thing, but they were close enough that I like, you know.
The only one I did not care for Iron Man.
I was just gonna say, Robert Downey Jr. And not even because he's some special on a pedestal actor, he just isn't imitated well. And anytime they try to, like, even in the What If series for Marvel, they tried to pull his persona without making it sound like Robert Downey Jr. and it doesn't sound the same. And I think it's really more the perception we have of Iron Man than it is Robert Downey Jr. And I think that's why anyone can fill in for like Thor or other characters.
I don't even think it's just that. It's just, Tony Stark is supposed to be kind of this arrogant, snarky, rich playboy. And to me, just this voice actor just didn't convey that. Like there's a couple times when you're playing the missions and there's some banter, I felt like he was trying to be snarky and like kind of cheeky, but it just to me never really played off well. It never to me was like, that was clever and cheeky. It was just, I don't know. To me, he was just like the weakest. Because I don't know. I thought Thor, obviously he's a Norse god, and so I thought the voice actor of him did a great job. Very, a lot of bravado with a lot of his speech. The Hulk is kind of this broken character who's a genius, but I feel like everyone did a good job conveying that character. It's just, I don't know. For me, it was just me.
I haven't really seen much of Black Widow in anything, and I thought that her character, so she came in when Miss Marvel was trying to rescue people, that everyone was also like, it's too dangerous, we can't do that, and Miss Marvel was like, well, I'm going for it, and she went in to save her, and it's just like all the women looking out for everybody, she was kind of like not sassy, but she just like seemed like she just like I wouldn't cross her. That's what I'm trying to say.
When her name's Black Widow, you probably wouldn't want to cross.
But the other characters like they joke around and stuff, but with her she seemed very serious. And I just thought it was interesting. Like they always have that thing where it's just like, oh, it can't be done, and then someone goes in and gets trouble, and they're like, well, I guess it's gonna be done now. You know what I mean? It's like that guy was like, oh, please save my mom. And they're like, no, sorry, I can't do it. And then Miss Marvel gets stuck, and they're like, okay, I guess.
We gotta say
one
right.
more.
She's at least valuable.
Now we'll get him along the way, I guess.
But it doesn't. I mean, it's not spoilers. These movies have been out for a while, but I thought like she died in the movies. I heard. Okay, yeah. So I don't like being sad at all, and I think I heard Iron Man died. I don't like feelings, and so like I don't want to watch these movies. That's the main reason why I don't want to watch like the full Avengers all together, because I know bad things are gonna happen.
There's going to be avengings.
But I would watch like Iron Man 1 again,
Honestly, no, there's not too much sad stuff that happens in the Marvel stuff. Like that's kind of what irritates me. Like Marvel really sucks at like doing their villains. Like every villain essentially dies after every movie. Like they can't keep their villains around. Like it would be so cool if they could actually keep some villains around and like have them return and be an arch nemesis that, kind of keeps showing up. Well, but even then when a character usually dies, majority of the time they come back. Obviously there was a couple of exceptions in these cases because, the actors' contracts are essentially running up and they're getting old. And so it's just like, well, we got to retire you eventually.
I liked when I watched the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. I haven't seen any of the other stuff. Oh no, I saw one of the newer ones. I don't know the actor's name or anything. But anyway, so the original, what?
Tom Holland.
Yeah, that's the one. So with the original Spider-Man, I really like Willem Dafoe's character. He was.
Who would have thought?
Oh, shocker.
But he was a complex villain where he wasn't an evil guy, but it was kind of turning him evil. And it was also like his friend's father and stuff. So you had like really complex emotions.
You need to
towards
see the
this
latest
villain.
one. The latest one is so good. Willem Dafoe does an amazing job in it.
Wait,
Yeah, he does.
newest what?
Spider-Man.
He's in Spider-Man again.
He comes back as Green Goblin, and he's so good.
I would watch that.
It's really good.
But that's what I mean. Like with villains, I like it when they're complex and you kind of feel bad for them. But then I also feel bad when they die. So I don't know.
Well, here's a not spoiler. All of the Spider-Man villains are like that, and that's kind of what you find out well, not find out, but that's sort of the main premise of the newest one.
Yeah.
Is that they're not all bad people. They're just misguided.
I really feel like you guys should just cut out all my audio of me trying to figure out superheroes because
No, I think it's
don't
perfect.
watch them.
I love
and
it.
so I feel bad. Like people are probably just like, she doesn't even know what the good Batman is. Do you know what people
Very
should
few
write?
people I've heard say that Ben Affleck's the good Batman.
Do you know, I really would like people to write in and tell me like what superhero movie I need to watch.
Liz,
But I
if
don't-
Iron Man's your favorite superhero, what was his first movie?
I didn't say he was my favorite superhero.
It was a bad joke.
Oh,
Good one, Keith.
Oh, man.
Landed it.
I still don't get it.
That's like always like like if you're wearing a band shirt, it's like well, what's their first album?
Oh my gosh, I remember that in high school because like I actually used to watch football back then, and all the jocks would, like if they found out the girl like football, be like, name the quarterback, and then you name the quarterback, name like 5 other players, and it's just like why
No,
why do you
that's
think
not
I need
enough.
to prove myself to you? I feel
Yeah,
like
well
that's
now
such
name
a-
their cousin.
What's
Yeah.
their blood type?
But I think like people have this weird thing of doing that to me.
It's
and
gatekeeping.
What?
It's gatekeeping.
I don't know what that is.
It's literally it's the weirdest and dumbest thing. It makes no sense why people do it, but it's essentially you discovered something and you feel like you own that thing, and so then when you see someone else, instead of being like, "Hey man, I also like that thing," you try to be like, it's this weird psychological thing of
Oh.
I need to make you prove that you actually like that thing. It makes no sense.
Or like I knew them before they were famous.
Yeah,
and like that
yeah.
kind of thing.
It's kind of this elitist stance of it, but you see it a lot, obviously, in video games and like people do it all the time with like TV shows as well, and it makes no sense because it's like if you like this thing, wouldn't you not want people to also experience it because you want more of it? Like if you have a TV show you really like, it's like why would you gatekeep people from wanting to see that TV show? Because then it's going to get canceled and you're not going to get any more. It's like no, you want more people to enjoy that product. So more product keeps coming out.
Well, when Guardians of the Galaxy came out, everyone was making fun of people who were listening to the soundtrack because they're like, I've never heard this music before. A lot of, especially the younger generation, it's a lot of older music, and people were making fun of them. And it's like, don't you want them to hear these great bands?
Yeah,
Like,
it's weird. It's a weird psychological thing that a lot of people do, and it makes no sense. It's so backwards.
I just want to know that you're a real fan. I mean, just don't come at me with this like fake fandom of like, I like one song, so I think it's cool. No, know your stuff, or don't even talk to me.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
Keith gatekeeps people from our podcast.
All day long.
They're like, oh, what's Game Pass grabbing? You're like, oh, you don't know it. Oh, you guys are stupid.
If you don't even know what Game Pass is, don't even listen to us. You're dumb.
name a couple of games we've covered. I like we've recorded for over 30 minutes. We've barely talked about this.
I mean, I
adventure.
We
will
have covered
say
15
it's a
minutes of this
very
game easy.
Yeah, it's a very simple game though. It's rinse and repeat. Like I said, even the same areas that you're playing, like defend the base, defend the scientists, whatever. Like,
Okay, so I want to go back to another thing about the gameplay that really made me sad, and that's the looting. This was so poor designed for the looting. Come on.
the auto upgrade, because that's all I did.
Yeah.
I didn't even look at it.
Well, when you get near the end game, that's when you actually have to start looking at builds like poison resistance or like nano resistance or like chemical resistance. Like there's different elements in the game, or freeze resistance. But as far as like leveling up, it is so tedious and grindy. It drives me insane.
Except you said Black Widow was like weirdly quick to.
Yeah, she was leveling up really quick. So you level up your hero and your gear score. Gear score isn't restricted by your level, so the highest gear score you kind of have, like you can get slightly higher, but about 150 is the highest gear score you get. And then I think 50 is the highest your character can level up to, which obviously get skills and unlock and masteries and stuff like that. And you have a skill tree so you can actually do certain builds. But leveling up is so tedious. So usually when you do some sort of looter shooter or stabby grabby, you can like, there's usually ways you can kind of farm to like power level up. This game purposefully restricts you so you cannot level up. It purposely, every time you open a chest, even if you increase the difficulty, because that's usually the thing, if you play a game like this and you do a higher difficulty, you know, stronger enemies, but stronger rewards. Not in Marvel Avengers, and it makes no sense. Literally, any loot you get is only, the gear will be about 2 or 3 levels higher than what you currently have. So if, you know, Keith was maxed out and I wanted Keith to run me through some high level dungeons or something like that, it would still throttle my gear to only be slightly couple levels higher to what I currently have. It makes no sense. Once again, I think it's another corporate design because there's tons of microtransactions in this game. So there's some, you know, shortcuts. You can buy some extra gear or some boosts and stuff like that. And I think that's what they want you to do. They want you to go to their shop and spend money. It's so dumb. And as Keith said, even getting an item, your character doesn't change appearance. That is mind-boggling. That is the number one thing people want usually in a looter game. You want to show off your gear. Dude, I got this awesome set. Look what it looks like. No, not in this game.
And especially in a Marvel set game, there are so many cool designs. Like I know it would have taken a lot of work. I'm not like, it's super easy to just go through the comic books, but there is so many things they could have pulled from, and maybe they just don't have the rights to or whatever. But man,
no,
they could have done some cool visual things with this game by just incorporating that alone would be like, all right, that's a reason I want to go in, because I want to like mix and match these things. I want to do these different things without a different skin, which I don't like paying money for skins. I don't see the value in paying money for skins.
Keith, did you explore the shop?
I poked around it. It's very pricey.
No, like every character has about well over 50 skins. So they put in the visuals, but they're just, you know, cosmetic. And of course you have to pay for that. So it's like, yeah, they could have done it where the gear makes you actually look cool and do all these things because they put the artwork in. It's all there. It's just cosmetic and you have to pay for it.
I mean, that's the thing. And that's what's disappointing. And I'm even fine with there being some skins to it because I think there's ways they could have done both. But at the end of the day, the fact that there's nothing that changes when I change the gear on my character, and that's not just a Marvel thing, that would bother me in any loot game. But especially because it's Marvel, that's why it was so disappointing to me.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even mind it in Guardians of the Galaxy that it was skin based because one, you could get all the skins in the game playing it, and two, the gear was all railroaded. There was no like looting to it other than what they wanted you to have.
So I also try to look up too. So usually when you play this type of style of game with heavy looting, there's usually some sort of end game. And I was really trying hard to find what it looked like. Because unfortunately, as you can probably tell, this is very difficult to Google. Because you do Marvel Avengers, and obviously you get the MCU stuff. Okay? Marvel Avengers game, end game. And it's like, well, then it gives you Marvel Avengers Endgame the movie. And it's like, okay, well, how do I Google this? So I kept trying to Google to see if like there's some sort of dungeon, final boss, something crazy. And from what I could see, no. I don't think there's anything crazy.
Warzone area? Is that what it's called?
I guess, but to me, it just seems like you're still just doing the same dungeons. And to me, it was going to take way too long. As I said, I put 24 hours. My highest character is, I think it's either Black Widow or Kate Bishop. I'm pretty sure it's Black Widow. She's like level 24 out of 50, and her gear score is like 67 out of 150. And that's putting 24 hours in the game, and I'm like, I can't be bothered to try to get to endgame. Like, this is a lot of work. And that's just one character. You have to do that, start from the beginning with every character if you want to level them up. But like I said, at least all of the characters play differently, so it kind of slightly changed the gameplay up a little bit. But did you guys have a favorite character you like to play as?
I really liked Miss Marvel at the beginning. And then, I mean, she was good with doing the range attacks, like the stupid like turrets and stuff. But
yeah.
it was a lot easier, obviously, if you're flying, if you're Iron Man and you're just like shooting at it. So for me, like I kind of bounce between those two a lot. I think those two are my favorite.
I think I mostly played as Iron Man, and then probably a bit of Black Panther as well. I like Black Panther because I like quick characters in video games. I've always been a big fan of speed over damage.
I didn't play.
Same here.
Black Panther.
I loved Black Panther. I thought he was a lot of fun, but I actually played probably most Black Widow or no, Kate Bishop. When I was playing her chapter, I was actually having a lot of fun with her kit.
Well, she has like the different arrows and stuff too, right?
Yeah.
Or do all heroes have a different like left trigger ability? Is that what it kind of comes down to?
Yeah, like for ranged, they're all slightly different. Like Iron Man actually only has a like finite amount of ammo before he has to like recharge it.
Yep.
Black Widow has guns and she has to reload them. And even too, she has different guns. So she has like pistol to an Uzi to like a high caliber pistol.
Okay.
Yeah, like Miss Marvel just has stretchy fists, so her range is kind of limited. Yeah, I liked every character's kit was slightly different that I really enjoyed.
Well, and that's where I go back to going. Well, I don't know. I guess we kind of already talked about it, but like even if you could only just play with companion characters, I wish I could have paired them up. That they did different things.
Yeah,
and they were more interesting.
So, Black Widow, her real superpower is the invisibility.
her support power. Yeah. Well, no, technically, Black Widow doesn't really have a superpower.
Okay.
She's
That's
just
what I
like a
thought.
master assassin.
I also wanted to ask you guys what difficulty you played on, because when I was looking at Metacritic, someone said that hard mode is humanly impossible. And I was curious what you guys played on, because I originally started on the medium difficulty. Is there 3 difficulties?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, so on medium, and I died once, and it was such a long trek back that I put on easy so that section I just wouldn't have to do again. Well, then I accidentally left it on, and it was easy. Easy is easy.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
I did normal. Later on, I did hard, because you can change it mid or like while you're in the
Which
game.
I
like,
love. Yeah.
Yeah, when you're selecting a dungeon to do, you can change the difficulty for it. So I started to do hard because I was doing just fine on normal. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll get better loot on hard. And that's when I found out, no. It still only gives you 2 or 3 levels above your current gear. And it was unfortunate.
Yeah, I think that's probably the most disappointing thing you could tell me about it. Just about any game is that, hey, there's loot and you can play on a hard difficulty, and it's nothing other than just making it harder.
Yeah.
Because I'm never going to do that. I like a challenge, but I like a reward to my challenge at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. That's what just makes me so sad about this. Like, these things I don't complain about, if they fixed it, like this game would have been really good. Like, I would have really loved this game. It would have been a ton of fun to play with friends, but it's just so inconsistent with its quality all over the place.
I think too at the beginning they were focusing on the characters more, like with Miss Marvel, and she's sneaking through the park like trying to get away, and you're actually just like, oh my gosh, I really don't want her to get caught. And so like I felt like at the beginning I was way more invested in the story, and then halfway through it kind of went downhill. So for me, I think too they kind of lost the magic at the beginning. And I mean, with the gameplay as well.
I would have quit this game so early if the story was not good.
Yeah.
But the story was like surprisingly so good. And also too, that's the thing too. I was expecting it to be like pretty generic of like, oh, getting the superheroes back together. But like the characters and voice acting were so well done that I loved the cutscenes.
Did you like them graphically too?
Yeah. The character designs, I think they did a fantastic job with the characters.
I think they just lost it a little bit graphically when it came to
Enemies.
some of the areas that were the same. Yeah.
Really generic cityscapes.
But again,
hallways.
at the beginning, like you're in the city and then you're in the park, and then all of a sudden you're just like, oh, you're going to be seeing the same places, the same walls.
Get ready to see a whole lot of brown canyons.
And I don't even remember if there was any music.
There is.
I mean, I know there is. I worded that wrong. I don't remember what any of the sound effects are. Except for Black Widow with a...
Like there was one when you first get Iron Man and he's trying to recover a suit. You kind of do like a flight level. Do you remember that? And he actually puts on Contacts Jarvis, and I want to say it was an AC/DC song or something that sounded like AC/DC because they probably didn't get the rights to it. But yeah, he's sitting there, does the music of while he's trying to fly to get a suit.
Money on that.
Yeah, that's why I can't remember. I was like, was it actually something like that? I couldn't remember. It was actually like a song or. It was just something that sounded like it because they didn't want to pay for the rights.
But they wanted to make it feel like Marvel.
Yep.
Oh, well, MCU Marvel.
But no, graphically, overall, the character designs are great. The cinematics I thought were great on it. It's just, I wish they put more effort in the design, because literally the enemies you're fighting at the very beginning of the game, you are going to be seeing them the entire time. Like, you could have designed some more enemies, like something a little more interesting to say. Even the bosses a lot of times were just like bigger versions of what you've been fighting. I don't know.
Always a good formula for gameplay.
I know.
And the achievements were also all right. You said you put 24 hours in,
Yep.
ish, and you got 540 with 28 achievements. Keith, you and your son 480 with 25 achievements, and
I probably got about 30 is what I actually probably got. I think he probably got most of those.
well, still
Solid work, Keith.
teamwork makes the dream work.
Hey, it
You're
counts
still
towards
in
my score.
second.
I'm not complaining.
And I got 355 with 20. And like I said, I didn't finish the game because I was right towards the end, and I saw Andrew beat it. And at that time, I was kind of just like, I didn't want what happened with Disney, where I was just like done with the game. And I was like, I don't want to play anymore. I put way more time in than I needed to, and I seen the ending. So I didn't want to be so negative this time, you know?
If the one, I will say, if this game, the one thing if they fixed, if they made the multiplayer more consistent, I think me and you would have loved this game so much more.
Yeah.
Because we love playing together. Like, I mean, we're revisiting Grounded and we love playing together.
Put a disgusting amount of time in
Yeah.
Grounded.
But it's just, like, it was so annoying that I was like, cool, next mission, single player. And it's like, come on.
yeah.
I do this. I understand you're trying to do story, but it's like, have them two separate games. Like, should have saw how Guardians of the Galaxy did it. Granted, this came out before Guardians of the Galaxy. But anyway, we talked probably way more about Marvel movies than we did this game. Do we got
Or
final thoughts?
anything else.
I know. Or do you have some other thoughts about the Marvel Universe, Liz?
I feel like maybe should have educated myself more. But I also, I don't watch a lot of movies, and I put extra time to the game, and I was just like, how much time do I want to put into Marvel in 1 week? So, I don't know. Like I said, I'm sorry that I asked a lot of dumb questions. And also, if you think I should watch a particular superhero movie, if you think I'm wrong about one of the ones I mentioned, I was like, I don't want to watch that, tell me, and I might watch it. Andrew will make me watch it.
You're not missing too much with current Marvel. The current phase is kind of meh.
If you haven't seen the Thor movies, I think the Thor movies is where you should watch, just because I think they're the most entertaining. Or
have you seen the latest one, Keith?
I haven't. I've heard very mixed things about it. And
it was wildly disappointing.
What was?
Yeah.
The new Thor movie.
The new Thor.
See, my sister watches the same movies over and over and over and over again, like more than I do. And I've seen the same clips from Thor so many times that it'd be hard for me to watch it. I'm sick of like certain scenes. I haven't even seen the movie.
Thor Ragnarok is one of the best. That one's great. But
yeah,
this last one's just, there was so many story elements of it that I'm just like, this makes no sense.
Well, either way, I think at least I might have made fun of you a little bit, Liz. But honestly, I don't think you needed to watch more Marvel movies for this episode. I think the fact that you played way more of this game than I did.
Yeah,
and I knew some things. I knew some.
No, because realistically, this is outside of the MCU. Like, yeah. I think that's what helped me and Andrew see different aspects of the game, but I don't think it took away from your experience. If anything, I think it actually is an interesting mindset of, like, you don't know Marvel, so you weren't disappointed from that aspect. You had it more from a pure gameplay. I think it's a good outlook.
Yeah.
Take that as a compliment, a rare compliment from me, Liz.
Thanks, Keith.
I know Liz's face is very confused. Like, what do I do right now? Wait, is she saying nice things to me?
I feel weird.
All right, let's get to our final thoughts here. So, as I said, for me, like, this game just barely crossed the line of being a game, because I did enjoy my time. As repetitive as this was, of mashing buttons, getting loot that really was not interesting, fighting enemies that really weren't interesting. To me, this game did kind of remind me a little bit of just like playing like Dynasty Warriors. You're just going to be mashing X a lot, flying around, doing really generic missions. The story I actually thought was really good. The story is what really kind of gripped me. I enjoyed these characters, the voice actors. Like, that was a lot of fun. Just like, this game just makes me sad. This game is clearly a game that, like, corporate business guys just destroyed. it could have been really, really good. I wanted this to be so much more like a good updated Marvel's Avengers or Marvel Ultimate Alliance, which unfortunately just is not that. But overall, though, it's still solid to play with your friends. You're not gonna have a bad time. To me, this is a good 78.
You know how, like, sometimes you don't know what you want to eat, and then someone says, like, a certain food, and you're like, now that's all I want to eat?
All the
I
time.
want is a Marvel
my
Dynasty
life.
Warriors game now. That is all I actually want, is a Marvel Dynasty Warriors video game. That sounds like so much fun.
That actually
Like
would
an
be really cool.
Like an actual Dynasty Warriors game. Honestly, I just want a Dynasty Warriors game in general. I freaking love Dynasty Warriors. So thank you, Andrew, for talking about Dynasty Warriors all night long.
I mean, we could do the
Now
One
it's
Piece Pirate Warrior.
I actually was playing a bunch of that. I would go back to that. Anyways, also I want another Marvel Ultimate Alliance game. Also would be awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think part of this game for my review, the biggest fault is my own and not really giving it a chance. But from everything I did give a chance to this game, there's nothing that stood out to me. And I think Andrew said it best, it's disappointing. It's not even that I fault the gameplay, because the gameplay is fine. It's just I wanted more. And I think it's because of what I expect out of just anything Marvel related. The products are generally just always good. And it's a fine game with really some lackluster ability to come up on a good looter style of game, and that's where I struggled with it. I want to like it so much more, but I think I'm like, I was gonna say 80 because of Marvel, but I think I'll just give it the same 78 as you, Andrew.
Real
But
original.
No, honestly though, I don't want to give it a higher score because I'm kind of on the pass side of it, and it's a really hard to give pass. Not a hard pass, a hard to give one.
Yeah.
So I was torn between 78 and 80. And so I'm going to give it a 79 because for me, 78 just seemed too low. And then 80 seemed too high. I don't know why I didn't come to this conclusion earlier.
You just didn't want to agree
right
with
in
us.
the middle.
Nice. I respect it,
I
Liz.
think I liked it more than Keith, though. I will say.
I think so.
And for me, like, I just, like, the game had me at the beginning. I think that's why at the beginning I really liked this game. I was excited to play it. And it just went downhill for me. Not like a crash and burn, but just, just kind of lost steam. Looking at Metacritic, Series X, TBD, critic gave it a 70. And then 5.8. Someone said that it had the worst loot system, blatantly ignored inventory system, and just pressed left trigger every once in a while. Upgrade. So, I mean, that's stuff that we touched on. And then Xbox One 66 and 3.8.
Whoa.
Someone who gave it
Users 3.8?
Yeah, but someone who gave it a 0 was like really upset that it was all about
Spider-Man?
Kamala.
Oh.
Did I say it right?
Oh, well.
Why, what about
That's
her?
a whole different thing.
Just people being stupid.
Yeah, just like, oh, this is all about Kamala, and just like ranting about how like, oh, this is all about her. This is all about her. And it's just like,
Well, I mean, that's
Google
generally
the
how a
game.
main character
Yeah.
in a video game or any story works. It's,
Oh, have you
But-
played
It's kinda
Halo? It's
just
all
all
about
of it.
Master Chief.
I
Like,
also-
come on.
Jeez, it's ridiculous. This Master Chief guy. We get it, Master Chief.
I also just want to say that a lot of the negative scores were due to bugs, especially.
Oh, yeah, this game was a
reviews from,
buggy mess when it first came out.
Yeah, 2021. A lot of the reviews from then are like, this is just unplayable right now. So that skews it too.
I don't think I had any bugs this time around, though. Not that I can remember.
I can't think of any.
All right. But anyway, thank you, Javier, and thank you, Johnny, for recommending that we play Marvel's Avengers. We're going to make sure we hit more of our listener recommendations. I think that's going to do it for us this week. If you have a recommendation, please, we would love to hear it. Or if you just want to reach out and say hi, we also love to just hear from everyone. You can email us. You can email us at gamebackscribeback@gmail.com. We're also at Facebook, GBGBpod, and Twitter at GBGBpod. I've been your hardcore gamer host, Andrew. You can find me on Xbox Live, Firebird0952, where you can also say hi to me.
Oh, yeah. I've been Keith. That's it for me. Bye.
I'm Liz New, Gamertag coming. I'm Dean. I'm on Twitter at at Liz the Noob, Noob is EW. And you know what? Every once in a while, it's just too much for me.
I screw up things too all the time. I literally screw up the intro.
Andrew
this time.
still can't get the intro right.
I know.
And like we said, we are playing Grounded. So anybody who has played that, let us know what you would give it so we can read it when we record.
Yeah.
Or if you haven't played it, what are you waiting for? You know? So.
Loving Grounded.
I love it. I know I'm not giving any spoilers for the other. Don't even try.
Is it a
Andrew.
game or a pass for
Andrew's
Liz?
trying to give spoilers.
Until she plays it more.
I know.
All right, everyone. We love you all. We'll see you again next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.